My earliest memory being in the hospital, I guess it was the day that I got sick. I was 10. I'm Samantha. There's my brother, Jonathan. He's the oldest, and then Cole's the last. Our childhood was full of a lot of play.
My sister, Sam, would just want to play mom or teacher. It's rare that you find someone who knows what they want to be and is just so sure of it.
I woke up on a Tuesday with a really, really high fever. Next thing I know, I was being taken by ambulance to the children's hospital. They basically told me that I had leukemia. I spent a lot of time in the hospital, especially the first couple of years. As soon as I got sick, I just remember being bombarded with gifts. But I also remember just being very lonely.
Only once or twice, some of the nurses felt really bad and stuck me into the wing. I couldn't even envision how it was, but I remember hearing a lot over the phone how, scared or lonely she was, and she took it in stride and was always like happy when she spoke to us on the phone.
There was one Christmas where I was in and out of the hospital. There was just so much going on that we didn't get a Christmas tree.
Christmas was a little bit different than usual. That was kind of symbolic of all the things that were not happening that year.
But I remember just one day we opened the door and there was a Christmas tree sitting right outside our door.
Coming home and seeing that was also kind of a sign and one of many ways that the community kind of rallied and stepped in and supported how they could. I don't know, this must have been deep into it because they were talking about, all right, what are our options? What are we going to do about this?
And the doctor said that I was getting a bone marrow transplant. I think I was really lucky because my sister was a perfect match.
It wasn't really a question of whether or not I was going to do it, but it didn't feel forced. I was just really scared of the needles.
She still cries with needles. I know that she didn't hesitate when it came to the thought of doing what she could.
Then and even now, I feel like it was kind of a positive experience. When I left school, they threw me a party. When I got back to school, they threw me a party. But then after recovery, it's like, oh, that went so well, you can go home. That did make me think oh, Sam is going through this constantly.
Besides my hips, the other permanent damage was damage to my ovaries. I wanted a baby since I was a baby. So everybody knew that I wanted kids. The main thing was we had to find an egg donor. The first try, I got pregnant. So I was trying not to be too excited, but I couldn't help it. I was like, you know what? This is such a miracle coming true. Why can't I celebrate it? Nicole doesn't like being the center of attention at all. I feel like it's very much like it was when we were really young. We fight a lot. I think it's a lot of miscommunication. But to me, she's my hero. Obviously, she saved my life. She's a huge part of my daughter's life. And she's always kind of been there. Even now, she treats me like I'm the younger sister.
I don't think she recognizes the way she affects so many others. Her generosity, all the experiences that she opened up for me.
Totally cheesy, but that whole Wind Beneath My Wings song, that's exactly how I feel about Nicole.